Hi, everyone. Hope everyone's having a great day. I wanted to make a quick video to really answer a fundamental question. What's the number one reason why what is being talked about in the Department of Defense or Department of War and who ordered what is so important right now? I already made a video that talked about a few things, but let me boil it down to the one thing that matters above everything else. This came up because I was at a networking event for my day job. And when I'm at networking events, pretty much everyone knows my military background. And so when things like this come up, you just ask the question. And when you're in dialogue, when you're having moments of conversation, sometimes it's easier to really come up with the one thing that matters that you just really want to focus in on. And when I try to make these videos, I try to get the 3 points or the 5 points or whatnot. So it's just a slightly different format. And I thought that person left that conversation with a really good understanding of why it matters so much. Someone who's never served in the military before. And so he asked me, what's the big deal? Why does this matter? That with everything going on, he knows it's not great. He knows it's bad, but with so few people serving in the military, less than 1% at any given time, he really just wanted to know my take on it. And my take was simple in person. It's fundamentally the thing that makes the United States military so effective at what we've asked it to do year over year, generation after generation, isn't so much the amazing training that we give our soldiers, although they get the world's best training of all militaries. It's not the amount of money that we put into the equipment that they have, although we lead the world in the equipment we do supply to our soldiers. There are plenty of other countries who give at least a part of their military a world-class training and education and as top-of-line equipment in many ways compared to what we can build. And I'm not talking about the aircraft carriers and advanced fighter jets. I'm just talking about on the ground, what does it really matter? And yet these other militaries, whether it's Russia and Ukraine or China not being able to project its military force, they just don't seem to be able to do what we do. So what makes us different? Is it the amount of spending? Is it the amount of training? That can certainly play a role. But fundamentally, I would argue this one thing matters more than anything else: trust. Let me say it again. Trust is the American military's superpower. That's what it all comes down to. When I was training as an Army officer, we would say, hey, the reason why we need to trust you is because if we're in combat and you say a group full of little green Martians are flanking us from the left, we have to know that's true. We don't have time to second guess each other. That's why each of our service academies have an honor code. It's why we have all of our branches have different values that they hold dear, but they all hold some form of honor or integrity or some form of that. And that's why what you see going on and the example that's being set by the very top is so undermining what has made us so strong for so long. If you ordered it, own up to it. If it was a mistake, you can own that mistake and not repeat it again. And we'll have to see how this plays out. I don't like making videos on partial information. I don't know everything that happened. I don't know if any of us do, but it doesn't look great. And the fact that our most senior leaders, the Secretary of Defense and the President, seem to be distancing themselves and not complying with the ongoing internal investigations is not that comforting. So this is a short video. This is just to get you to really look, when you're watching the news, when you're watching what's going on with Secretary Hegseth, when you're watching what's going on with the investigations of what is going to go on with congressional oversight and where that goes, I don't know yet. I'm making this video. Use the lens of asking yourself, is what you're hearing and what's being uncovered allowing our military to trust the entire chain of command all the way up, or is it undermining it? Videos like some Democratic lawmakers did a few weeks ago, just reminding service members that their duty is to the law. It is to the Constitution, was spot on. That is a basis of trust. The law doesn't change, or if it does change, it changes because that's the process that we put in so we can all have a voice in it. Single individual leaders are not the same as the law. And that's why what is going on matters so much. It is getting exactly to the point of what makes our military so powerful. And if we get to the place where from the lowliest private all the way up to the most senior general and the civilian oversight that oversees them don't trust each other, that's going to be hard to come back from. So again, when you're watching everything that's unfolding, ask yourself, is this helping or hurting trust? Thank you. If you haven't yet, please click like on this video, drop a comment below, and click that subscribe button. It'll help the YouTube algorithm make sure that these videos are getting into your feed. Thank you.